Be a part of the best pro wrestling podcast today by supporting the Going In Raw Patreon. You can enjoy access to the live taping of the show, exclusive merchandise, and patron-only episodes, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.
This is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw. That sounds terrible.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife,
Marie.
and you are going in Smackdown Live. Who needs Raw?
What's up? It's your girl Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you are watching Going In Raw.
Oh, baby, I like it raw. Oh, baby, I like it raw. And you are tuned in to Going In Raw right now. How you doing?
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve Larson. Also available anywhere fine podcasts are available, Larson, including the iTunes. And if you guys hit that subscribe or download button, even if you watch us here on YouTube, it boosts us in the rankings.
Yes.
You'll be doing us a solid. That's what they call it if you do a favor, a solid.
That is correct.
What are you looking for?
I was looking for the trivia cards for the end of the show.
They're tucked over here.
You remember that? Remember we have some packages over there.
We got some packages.
So
Got some packages. That's
we need
right.
to remember to do all those things.
I want to send a special shout out also to our patrons out there at
Yes.
patreon.com/Steve and Larson. You guys can be patron too.
Correct.
Yeah, there's all sorts of at the $20 Patreon mark, Larson. What do you get to do here on the show?
Ask a video question.
We have a video question today from our good friendo Jason the Cabbie. Also, like at the $10 mark, you can vote for our Tuesday Kayfabe Corner Trivia Challenge.
Correct.
And
$50 will get you a T-shirt and a bunch of other stuff.
That's right. I'm working on that damn.
And someday, $20 will get you a care package.
I'm working on that damn comic book. It's happening. It's coming along.
You're doing good work with that.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I promise.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's talk some wrestling. We're talking some wrestling today because we got the depressing goddamn election results. Holy moly! What a country we live in, don't we? Oh boy. Oh goodness graciousness. Anyways, so SmackDown happened. We're on the road to Survivor Series, Larson.
Yeah.
As I wipe some sweat away from my brow.
It's very warm in here.
It is pretty warm. I turned the air conditioning on to like 75 though. We were at 77, so I'm going to try to lower it by a couple degrees.
It felt like it'd be.
In here, it's probably
79.
like 96. Based off the temperature of our anxiety alone. It's
know.
in the hundreds already. So don't look at that
I'm gonna
over there.
stare over there at election
We got the results on. This is so bad. We got the results on off camera, just so like during the course of the episode. This is. Oh goodness gracious. You know what? We got each other.
Yeah.
You and I, buddy.
Yeah, I guess
you
so.
and I against the world.
Okay.
That orange skinned son of a bitch with a butthole mouth.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's talk about wrestling.
Okay.
Let's see here. We got. All right, so
Show opened with AJ Styles. He came out and delivered promo saying he's the de facto captain of Team SmackDown.
I like that he came out and said, I don't need your cheers. I don't even need your booze. And I'm like, who doesn't love booze? I love booze. We drank some booze today. We had some beers, and if things keep going the way they go,
We're going to have a few more.
we're gonna have a couple more of those sons of bitches.
Yep.
Anyways, so yeah, AJ comes down and he says a bunch of stuff, and all tonight it's great because in the in Raw and
It's
SmackDown,
so hard
it's so difficult
to do this right now.
This is gonna be one of those things though. This is gonna be the one that people can go back to and be like, oh, I like this because it's like history's playing out in front of our eyes. Not like good history, like bad history.
Yeah.
And like people are going to be able to. This is the episode that they watch the presidential returns come in. This is the episode that they were like super depressed. Anyways, so the road to Survivor Series is really taking shape, and we saw this on Raw last night, where we had Seth Rollins was announced as a fifth member. They were really alluding to these changes that could be taking place in terms of swapping roster spots from the various brands, and that wasn't as explicit today, or last night rather. With the exception of a few things, namely, this is crazy. For some reason,
Sorry,
Raw.
I have a knot in my shoulder. I'm sorry.
I got a knot.
I'm over here like all day. I've been must be the stress of what's playing out over here.
Oh yeah,
all day.
It's been worse and worse.
Like my neck was hurting when because earlier today we did our Raw recap going in Raw, and like towards the end of it I was doing this, and stretching my neck out because it hurt. Yeah, but now it's like I got tightness all down here, so I'm trying to get my shoulder loose. So I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. So let's see here. So the landscape of Survivor Series is taking place, and for some reason Raw decided to put up their entire cruiserweight division again on a match that Brian Kendrick versus Kalisto.
Correct.
I don't see that changing hands.
I don't see it either, but if it did, it wouldn't surprise me. I know SmackDown is only a 2-hour show, and they've done a really good job of pacing the show.
Yeah.
Focusing on storylines and developing characters.
Right.
Getting as many people as they can involved in the show on a weekly basis, but it never feels rushed or overstuffed. And so I would understand if adding the cruiserweights to the mix might put that chemistry they've been able to establish kind of in a state of flux. I think we both really enjoy what SmackDown is doing now.
Yeah.
And barring maybe an addition or two, we don't want to see a whole lot of changes.
That would be really interesting if if the reason they decided to shunt the division over to SmackDown was because SmackDown was doing a better job creatively.
That would be great. If that's the reasoning, I'm all for it.
Wouldn't that be something else?
That'd be fantastic.
That'd be kind of crazy. I don't know if that'd be the case. I don't know if they're as self-aware to understand that SmackDown's a better show creatively than Raw.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's the case.
Yeah.
I really don't. So
I know it's an interesting situation
because 205 Live is airing directly after SmackDown on the network.
So and just logistically, it would make sense for the cruiserweights to be on SmackDown. But then would that be double dipping? You know, would you get a cruiserweight match or two on SmackDown and then a whole hour of cruiserweight action following that? Would that be? I mean, for me it wouldn't be, but for some viewers, would that be too much? Or would they look at it as, okay, we're going to have a cruiserweight match on SmackDown and say, hey, if you like this, want to watch more, there's a lot more of it, whole hour worth of it, following SmackDown on the network. Check it out.
There's a couple things here. I'm really hesitant to believe that after all they've had Kendrick go through, they're going to simply dump the belt on Kalisto and then move the crew. That's one of my main reasons why I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. If there was some hot cruiserweight action.
Yeah, and they haven't done anything to build up Kalisto.
He got destroyed tonight by Baron Corbin.
But then within the cruiserweight division.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't been on TV in weeks, months.
Yeah, exactly. So I would really doubt that's going to happen. It seems more likely that the line of thinking is the cruiserweights are on Raw. SmackDown doesn't have cruiserweights, but you can have cruiserweights because of Live 205.
205 Live.
205. Yeah. Where are you going? You're going where? Oh, how are you going to get there? You're going to take the 205 Live? What's it called? 205 Live?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I
you keep going to that joke.
Live 205. I like that joke. I think it's still funny.
See, I'm kind of torn on the idea of the cruiserweights going to SmackDown because since you brought up the idea of SmackDown being the creatively superior show, I like the idea of bringing the cruiserweights over there. And logistically, it makes sense. Yeah. At the same time, that's a lot to put into 2 hours of wrestling.
Also,
and introducing a whole new division will disrupt possibly the chemistry they've established on SmackDown.
Also,
I don't know.
The main problem with the cruiserweight isn't even necessarily creative. It's that they're not letting him do They're not letting him do their style of wrestling, and I don't think that would change on SmackDown. They're not going to say, "Hey, we're going to." certain things we're not going to allow on Raw, we're going to allow on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Move set wise.
Yeah.
I just don't see that being the case. So I don't think that's, but still odd also that Raw would be like, yeah, sure, we're going to put up the entire.
Yeah, it seems odd that would be their idea.
Yeah.
Which was how, was it Shane mentioned it or Daniel Bryan, whoever mentioned it, made it seem like it was Raw's idea. It's like, yeah, we'll just put this up.
Yeah.
But didn't he put within the context of, since SmackDown is putting up the Intercontinental title, we will put up an entire division.
Is that what he said?
I think so.
Man, so that means that the title. Oh yeah, huh? Yeah, because the title could leave. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, because that is in itself sort of a division. Like the title anchors your tiny, your area or whatever. I don't know. So there was that. There was also finally we got the fifth member of Team SmackDown sorted out. And that was kind of big news.
Well, I mean, going into the night, we thought we knew who the five.
Baron Corbin, who debuted a new shirt.
You were excited about that, but I was say going into the night, we thought we knew the five members of Team SmackDown. Yeah. They were confirmed going into the evening.
Correct.
And then at the opening of the show, when AJ comes out, delivers his promo, and was going to call out all the members of his team, as he put it. First one out was Baron Corbin. He more or less said, "I'm not on your team."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And everybody else came out, and he just kind of walked off.
He sauntered away. And then, so the sort of thematically backstage, the rest of the show was Shane and Daniel Bryan figuring out who the next member was. Like Shane said, "Here's your roster, pick new member."
Yeah.
And Daniel Bryan said, okay. Then later on, Shane came back and said, "Do you have new member?" And he says, "I'm narrowing it down, but I'll let you know at the end of the night after the main event."
I mean, honestly, it should be a really easy decision because pretty much everybody on the SmackDown roster almost is involved.
That's what I love about oh, that's not good.
Not good at all. Pretty much everybody on the SmackDown roster is already involved in Survivor Series.
That's what I like, the idea that he hands them a roster and there's like 2 names left on it.
Yeah, there's probably like 3 names, and then
it's Apollo Crews and Kurt Hawkins.
And well, it's, Daniel Bryan said every man and woman on the SmackDown roster. So it's Kurt Hawkins, Apollo Crews, Eva Marie.
Yeah.
I guess the Ascension, the Vaudevillains.
Yeah.
That's it.
He couldn't have made Connor. Couldn't have made Simon Gotch.
Well, Kane's not on any of the teams.
Yeah, what's wrong with Kane?
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't pick Kane.
That was weird that he didn't pick Kane.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. I'm gonna put this out there now. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I wouldn't be surprised. You know, the Undertaker is gonna be on SmackDown next week.
The Undertaker.
Well, if the Undertaker makes a deal with Shane,
no mercy,
and Undertaker takes that 5th spot, and so he's representing Team SmackDown.
I'll make you a deal. These.
Because while, you know, people like Shane, I mean, the Undertaker's probably the superior draw.
In terms of, and isn't it like some anniversary for the Undertaker?
No, it's the 30th anniversary of Survivor Series. He debuted at Survivor Series.
Oh, okay, 91.
26 years ago. Because last year,
this is 20.
Last year was his 25th.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, so 26 isn't really like a big number or nothing. So, anyways, yeah, no, that'd be cool. I'd be down for the Undertaker. I don't know if he's gonna do that.
No, I don't suspect it'll happen. But
Shane's a big draw, but Undertaker's a bigger draw. I agree with you. Yeah, him coming back after not wrestling since the 900th episode of SmackDown, which is taking place when exactly?
Next week.
Oh, was that next week?
Yeah,
cool. Good for him. So let's take a look here. That's tight. Baron Corbin debuted a new shirt.
So anyways, there was the 5 members of Team SmackDown in the ring.
Yeah.
For the 5. Ambrose is about to come out, but he brings with him James Ellsworth.
Yes.
So he comes out.
Yeah.
And Shane comes out as well because things are starting to get a little heated in the ring.
Ooh.
So Shane wants to break it up.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want his team fighting each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so Ellsworth has a question for Shane, and he whispers something in Shane's ear, and Shane agrees to make James Ellsworth the mascot of SmackDown Live.
And then AJ Styles said he looks like a foot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. It was pretty funny when he said that.
Yeah. So all in all, it was in the course of all that happening, Baron Corbin walked out. It was a very eventful opening segment of Raw. And to contrast this opening segment with the opening segment on Raw, this one just felt a little more vibrant. I thought there was more going on.
Yeah,
it felt more interesting.
Yeah, it did. I know
They just did. Well, I guess on Raw they didn't have everybody in the ring at once. They brought them out individually, so it wasn't that.
You know what I'm starting to feel as well. I'm starting to turn my perception of the shows. I think because I'm kind of preferring SmackDown these days.
Yeah,
and I'm starting to like the intimacy of the crane shot. and I'm starting to feel so distant with the regular presentation on Raw. And I think it has more to do with story, but I'm starting to associate the presentations with what I like better.
That could be.
It's weird. So anyways, Baron Corbin said, screw you guys, I'm out of here. Shane talked to him backstage and was like, well, you're going to have a match tonight against Kalisto. And that's going to happen. And so Corbin comes out there and he starts just ragdolling Kalisto. He ragdolls the shit out of him. And Kalisto, Baron Corbin then is about to get to the outside of the ring where he just tossed him. Ref said no, so Corbin says, okay, I'll go this way. And he starts going another way. And he does this really great fake botch
like a
injury.
slip.
He slips off the ring apron. And it hurts. Storyline hurts his knee. But and at first we were like, "Oh my god, that looks horrible."
Yeah, we since this was taped in Scotland, we had heard beforehand that he, due to an injury, I guess we still don't know if it's real or fake. The injury, that he was being replaced on the Survivor Series team. So I think we were kind of expecting at some point during the course of the episode for either him to say he was hurt or to get hurt.
Right.
But even when that happened, we saw it. We both kind of winced.
We saw, we didn't know. And then it's within 10 seconds, Kalisto attacked the knee.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, cool, storyline. We're good. That's fine.
But
we're
Corbin
totally
did a great job of selling that injury and falling in a way that looked like he actually hurt himself.
Right, exactly.
Well done.
So that was well done. We had in the match of the night, I thought was, it should have been the main event, in my opinion, was Alexa Bliss trying to take that women's title off of Becky Lynch. Good match. She let it breathe for a little while. It was like between 15, 18 minutes or something like that. Good match. And
Alexa Bliss had the upper hand for a good portion of it. She was working the arm.
Right.
So that Becky couldn't employ the disarm her.
Yeah. It's the dick move where she shoots the arm like it looks like an erect penis.
So,
hey, Becky Lynch,
but at the end, Becky manages to apply the disarm her.
Yeah.
But Alexa Bliss's foot was on the rope, and then she tapped out.
The ref didn't see that dang foot.
Dusty finish, kind of. Well, not really. Because someone won.
Yeah, she won, but they're just going to be like, hey, it wasn't like entirely. They just waited.
It wasn't decisive.
Continue the feud.
Exactly.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah, me too. Because I think, Becky and Alexa should feud hopefully until Royal Rumble. I think because they're both doing great work right now.
I agree with that. But no mercy. The Vaudevillains took on Breezango.
For the final spot on the SmackDown Tag Team Survivor Series team.
Right. Vaudevillains lost. I was kind of surprised by this.
Yeah,
but I like Breezango. I actually really like Breezango. I think they could be a hell of an act.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a bummer that they have not been around, but then they're going to be in the Survivor Series. They're the last team in the Survivor Series matchup. What did I call on yesterday's show? I said SmackDown's going to win overall.
Yeah.
SmackDown's team is going to win with Dean as the last Survivor.
Yeah. And they've been really booking him strong. In the main event tonight, he was booked very strong.
I think Raw's women are going to win, and then SmackDown's tag teams?
Yeah,
is that what I said?
I think that's what you said. Yeah, you said because Sasha was going to be the...
And the club might turn on Raw.
Yeah,
that's going to be the problem. Yep. Okay. That's my early prediction. Natalya took on Naomi as well. Natalya is the coach.
Correct.
For the team. And then Nikki Bella was doing commentary.
She's the captain.
Carmella comes down to try to beef with Nikki Bella, right?
Correct.
And then Natalya taking her role as coach of... Seriously, she has a whistle and everything. She decided to break that up. And Naomi was able to sneak in a win over the coach. Naomi's on the team, right? Yeah, Naomi's on the team.
Yeah.
Very good. I like her. Her entrance was super cool this time.
Yeah.
It was really neat. She had like the Finn Balor belts thing coming from her hair. It was really cool, man. It was really cool. Let's see here. We talked about that. Apollo Crews jobbed to Kurt Hawkins. What are they doing with Apollo Crews? What is that all about? Apollo, what are you doing over there? You can't even beat Kurt Hawkins? That's horrible. Now, I'm surprised they didn't make like a much ado about Kurt Hawkins' first win.
Yeah.
That's weird, right? Isn't it weird how like they brought him in? Like kind of in a bit like
spent months building him up, and they have completely. Well, in his first match, he jobbed out to Dolph in 7 seconds or 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, and then at No Mercy, when he promised to make his debut, he came out like pre-show and cut a promo.
And he got a count-out loss against Apollo Crews after that.
Yeah.
But then after that was Dolph, about 2 second loss.
Yeah.
And then, look at that guy, and then but now he picks up a win against Apollo Crews. What's Apollo Crews doing in the back that's pissing everybody off? What the heck did that guy ever do?
I mean, he has all the talent. All the talent. Just give him something to do. Creative, please.
What if they can't? You know how sometimes, okay, I know you're never like a big Tim Tebow fan.
Yeah.
But remember how Tim Tebow, like, on the surface, his team, like, who was his initial run with?
Broncos.
The Broncos. Remember how he won some games?
Yeah.
Right. And we all knew it wasn't because of him.
Well, he
threw some receptions, he threw some touchdowns, and he ran some in.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't terrible. And so it was always like, why are they, certain people, like, for example, like if you're a big fan of basketball, you're like, why don't they ever put this guy in? He's like, well, Tim Tebow is always like, yeah, but in practice he was horrible. Like, in practice, people saw the meat of what he could do.
And also on like, he would have, there'd be some heroics. Like, there was a playoff game against the Steelers, where he brought them back, and then he threw a long touchdown on, like, I think the first play of overtime to win the game for the Broncos.
Right.
But then there would be whole games where he just did nothing.
Right.
And it was the lack of consistency, I think, because his throwing mechanics, this is all from what I've read and heard and stuff, his throwing mechanics weren't up to snuff for a pro quarterback.
But a lot of that, I mean, we see that stuff during the game, but a lot of that, it was like, people like him, but then, the coaches are always down on him. A lot of it is like what they see in person in practice
every day
in the nuts and bolts. And it's like, I can't risk this guy being out there. This is what I'm seeing from here. Even though Tim Tebow, say what you will about him, he could face pressure situations. Like being out there, he has a cool head.
And he's, arguably one of the greatest college quarterbacks to ever play the game.
Yeah. But you wonder why. Why don't they play this guy more? Why don't they give him more of a chance? And it's like, well, they know something we don't know because they see it every day. And I wonder if Apollo Crews, if it's simply they see something every day or a lack of something every day that stunts their desire to push him.
If that's the case, and granted, maybe if that is the case, they didn't come to that realization until he was already on Maine.
Oh, yeah.
But if they had the thought that he might not have been ready, then why bring him up?
Assuming that's what's happening. And we all know it's wrestling. It's weird. There's a lot of politicking, and maybe you don't know how to do that. It could be the kind of situation. I think we can both agree his call-up was probably a Vince wake-up thing. Along those lines. Not like Vince himself said, I don't want to do it. But they probably said, they probably like, we really need like a roster spot. We need to call up this guy. We need to keep here. We need to keep him here. We need to keep him here. Oh, Apollo Crews. We'll see what he can do. We have faith in him. Maybe we saw some stuff on the indie circuit. Maybe we saw some stuff in his promo class.
Yeah.
He's acceptable. He's good.
Yeah.
Maybe there was that. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Like maybe they thought he had a good chance to swim.
But I mean, apart from a couple instances, maybe they really haven't given him any opportunities to swim.
Yeah, I know.
They haven't really ever given him anything substantial to work with. Even, I think his best opportunity to date has been that shot at the Intercontinental title when The Miz had it, and he got the number one contender spot,
and they kept him off TV.
Yeah, and then he came back. I think the SmackDown before that pay-per-view, and his segment happened during a commercial break with The Miz, and they just, flashed back to it once the commercial break ended.
Yeah.
And then he lost at that pay-per-view.
Yeah. Absolutely bizarre.
I mean, he's an extremely talented guy.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. But I don't, like I said, maybe there's something. I don't know.
I don't know either.
But also, it's odd because I think he's one of those guys who, like, it's weird. We talk about Sami Zayn being able to benefit from coming to SmackDown. I wonder if, like, the shortened amount of time that SmackDown has kind of shines a bigger light. Like, they're packing that 2 hours. They need to make sure they have all their heavy hitters hitting hard.
Yeah.
And so they, Dolph Ziggler is sitting there in your mid card, and The Miz is sitting there in your mid card. And Apollo Crews can't hang with those guys in terms of veteran know-how.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he can't hang with it. He doesn't have the same weight that they have just from being there for so long. I wonder if Raw would have been a better place for him to start because it's a bigger show. You're probably have a bigger chance of getting more TV time. I mean, I know that, like, you know, with Raw, it's like, you know, you got the 20% of the roster dominates 80% of the show.
Yeah.
But I wonder if just a change of scenery probably would have done him better because on Raw, you've got to pack all this stuff in 2 hours and the fat is trimmed. And he's just part of the fat.
Well, there's also more of a mid-card on Raw for them to compete against.
Yeah.
And it's just not there on SmackDown.
Yeah. But it's like, dude, you get a guy like, on the other hand, though, you got a guy like Darren Young, who, in my opinion, is a more compelling character than Apollo Crews because we've seen a lot of Darren Young. He's with Bob Backlund, who's entertaining as hell. And I think Darren Young is a pretty good talker when given the chance, and especially bouncing off of Bob Backlund. And even he can't make TV on Raw. So maybe that'd be a terrible move for him. Maybe, I mean, NXT was his place. Think about NXT. It's like, who does NXT have in their mid card? I know. There's like a huge gap because now you've got Ty Dillinger and Bobby Roode holding down sort of the upper mid there.
Yeah. And Austin Aries was too. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, NXT is a whole different beast. There's a lot of moving parts there. It's not really a mid card or a lower card because it's only an hour-long show. Yeah.
But, you know, you get my picture. I think Apollo Crews is one of those guys who could have benefited greatly from being a longevity guy in NXT.
Agreed.
You know. Let's see here.
Dolph had an interview backstage.
They asked him about how he feels about Sami Zayn.
Yeah, he called him a paper boy.
I think it's in reference, he has like a Newsies hat.
Yes, the hat.
Newsies, not Uzi, Newsies hat. And then in our main event, like we said, it was the Wyatts, which is, you know, Bray. Well, I really wish they'd get Randy to get on board aesthetically with the Wyatts.
At least somewhat.
Something. Not just the prepper, the hoodie vest.
At least lose the, I understand you need to sell merchandise.
Yeah.
But lose the Randy Orton branded merch and wear maybe some sort of amalgam.
It'd be terrible if he wears Bray's shirt.
No, like do an amalgam, like have his hoodie, but over the Orton branding, put Wyatt Family branding over it or something like that. Make it kind of cool.
Weird. It's so
I know. Interesting.
Cool. They need to make it cool. I think. Okay, my thing with Randy is this, and I love talking about this shit because it's so stupid. But you need to get the visual presentation down for it to work. If okay, so Dean comes out wearing his jeans and t-shirt. Randy has been the guy always. No matter what promo he's delivering, he usually wears a shirt and his trunks.
Yeah,
and that always bugged the shit out of me because it looks like he's naked.
Yeah.
So what if when Randy came back? Let's see. Randy came back from injury to fight Brock.
Yes.
Okay. After that, Brock messed him up big time. You know, like made him bleed, gave him concussion, all that kind of stuff. Randy Orton comes out and because didn't Bray call Randy out at that point?
I believe so.
What if Randy came out to the ring wearing sort of like jeans and like a t-shirt, not like not a Randy Orton t-shirt, but kind of a it's a cooler, stylish looking civilian type hipster shit.
Okay,
Funhouse shirt.
Okay,
or New Day shirt. So what if he comes out like that? And then every match they've had since then has been some variation on like a street fight so that his ring gear wouldn't really come into play. And so you see that Randy Orton who's outside of his element battling Bray, and you could subtly change his gear to be those sort of the same gear the Wyatts wear. Week
by week, slowly transition from Randy gear to Wyatt gear.
But it wouldn't be so overt. He wouldn't be wearing like a freaking jumpsuit.
No, I
or
know.
whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like his jeans get a little raggedier.
He gets a little more stubble.
More stubble would go a long way. Exactly. Now don't grow out your hair, but like keep it shaved because the shaved with the stubble thing looks good. So I think there's a way that it could make more sense with him because these things it's so much cooler when they mesh. You know?
Yeah.
For the perfect example is when they started to tease Xavier Woods and the Wyatts.
And he started to
growing
grow
out
the beard. Yeah.
Exactly. And he sort of looked more Wyattish.
And yeah, no, if Orton went more Wyatt-ish, his eventual swerve on them will be all the more powerful.
Exactly, because, dude, they did that with Daniel Bryan.
Yep.
Daniel Bryan was wearing Wyatt gear. But I think with Randy, because he's already so intense, it could make more. You could feel it more.
Yeah.
With Daniel Bryan, it was sort of a situation where he reluctantly joined them.
Yeah.
I think because he lost a match or some shit. I forget what it was. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
Well, he was kind of under Bray's spell.
Yeah. This is a little bit different.
Yes.
I feel it more with Randy because Randy can play cold.
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah. Dispassionate.
Dispassionate. Thank you. Yes, exactly.
So yeah, the main event. So beforehand, when Kane was introduced as Baron Corbin's replacement for the main event,
it's pretty cute how they did that.
Yeah. Ellsworth asked him something like, "What's our strategy?" And Kane,
Don't tag in.
Kane told him not to tag in. So of course, there's a moment in the match where everybody's laid out. Dean Ambrose is draped on the bottom rope in his corner, and Wyatt is on the mat on the opposite side of the ring. And there's a pretty funny moment where Ellsworth looks at his hand, starts looking around, and the crowd is chanting yes. They want him to tag in.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
So he tags in, starts getting ready for some no-chin music, a super kick.
Yeah.
And then Wyatt grabs him. Sister Abigail gets the pin.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
He gave him a hell of a Sister Abigail, too. Ellsworth sold the shit out of that. It was great.
After that, things were getting a little heated in the ring.
Oh, yeah.
Shane comes out, tries to break it up. And then Daniel
Stop
Bryan comes out. Crowd goes bananas.
Yeah.
People love Daniel Bryan.
People love Daniel Bryan, man.
And so he gets his clipboard
Yeah.
and says, okay, I've looked over the roster. There's a name on the upper right. It's my name. But as you all know, I can't wrestle.
Yeah. Want.
And so there's another name on the upper left. It's the name of our commissioner, Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
And he says, Shane,
Shane.
you're the 5th member.
Legacy.
And at first, Shane's all,
Yeah. No.
no, thank you.
And
But then the
Sin Cara
crowd starts chanting yes. And he
Yes.
starts chanting, or he
Yes.
starts doing the yes chant. And so he's the 5th member of Team SmackDown now.
Yeah. And then David Otunga says, "Player 1 is in." Tom Phillips joined the.
Yes.
He joined the commentary teams. Now it was like 18 people.
I know.
I was hoping like it'd be great if like Otunga stayed there. They just turned off his mic and like framed him out. He's like the Milton of the commentary team. Excuse me, I'm commentary. Yeah, because Otunga's terrible. So is everybody. Shit fucking sandwich.
Yep.
What's that from? What's shit fucking sandwich from?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's a shit fucking sandwich. What is that from? Damn it. Hold on, I gotta look that up.
All right,
now.
you want to answer some questions?
Answer some questions. Let's get on the same page with the questions here. Let's see here. Posts. We're going to ask some questions. By the way, one of the patrons of all financial backing statuses get priority questions.
Correct.
Yeah,
Are you
and-
starting from the bottom or the top?
Going to answer some ask
Newest or
Let's do
oldest?
this first. Let's start from oldest.
Okay.
And go then newest.
All right.
Top of the page, oldest. So from 3 hours ago,
Gotcha.
Haven Elric.
Are you guys going to be at the Rumble? It'd be awesome to have a friendo meetup. Unfortunately, we will not be at the Rumble.
We're not going to be at the Rumble, but we can arrange, because Just Adam Mayhem right here says, I'm going friendo meetup. We should try to arrange a satellite friendo meetup.
Yes.
I think it'd be cool. And then have them all take a picture and we'll put it on
I
something.
think that'd be a great idea.
Because Just Adam Mayhem says, hey, did you see Just Adam Mayhem's fuck wrestling draft video? He's an actual indie wrestler.
I saw that.
Yeah, and he made himself high best value pick,
Yeah.
perhaps.
He's shooting up draft boards.
He really is shooting up mock drafts everywhere.
Yeah, he's in the top pick conversation.
Pulling info on Adam Mayhem is very good, but as we know from tonight, that means fucking dick. Patreon champion Carlos Hackworth. Do you think we could see Kalisto turn heel soon after his heel-like actions? What attack? He just got murdered by Baron Corbin.
Well,
that was
then
self-defense.
Also, Corbin was beating him up for what, a month before Kalisto got hurt.
Carlos, I disagree that these are heel-like actions. He was trying to stem the freaking beat, the pain.
Yep.
He's like trying to stop the bleeding there.
The undisputed first state champion William Badger.
Badger.
With AJ Styles being so over with the crowd, do you see a face turn anytime soon? And who should he feud with if he turns face? I wouldn't be surprised if he turns face after Cena beats him for his 16th world title reign at WrestleMania.
Kyle's going to be hot for AJ.
AJ Styles. They'll do a handshake in the middle of the ring or something.
Yeah.
And AJ will be face, and he'll be over.
Super
Huge.
over. Super duper. CJ Ribley. Hey, friendos. With his damn election nearing the end, what wrestler, past or present, will make a good president? He said he'd vote for Jesse Ventura. I think he just told me to get me to do my Jesse Ventura.
I think you're right.
Hey, Donald. Congratulations. Can I be your Secretary of Food?
Oh.
I'd make a great Secretary of Food. Do you know why?
Why?
Food.
We had this question on yesterday's episode, which is it still uploading?
Yeah, it's still uploading right now.
What was your answer? I said John Cena.
Oh yeah, but I said he'd be Trumpish.
No.
Daniel Bryan.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a better answer.
Yeah,
Daniel Bryan.
But the state of this country ain't never gonna happen. Let's see here. Just out of Mayhem, best value pick out of Mayhem.
Yeah.
In your opinion, what makes or break a championship reign, heel or face? What can make or break a championship reign?
I think as we're seeing with Kevin Owens' current reign, they need to be viewed as legitimate.
Yeah.
Be able to stand on their own.
Yeah.
I mean, there's, cowardly heels work from time to time. Mm-hmm. Like Seth Rollins was a really good cowardly heel.
Triple H is like the epitome of the opportunist heel who cheats and picks and chooses his battles, but he didn't have everybody win for him. Mm-hmm. So there's that. Like, he just used that sledgehammer a whole lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Retired Dwayne Nix. Am I the only one who feels bad for Natalya? She's such a great performer in the ring. I feel like she should be getting a title shot against Becky more than the rest of the women on the SmackDown Live roster. Do you agree?
I don't, and I'll tell you why. Because she's nearing her retirement, I believe. She has had a lot of opportunities. She's won the Divas Championship back in the day quite a bit, I think. At least a couple times.
Yeah, she's held the title before.
She is the perfect worker to get other people over and still look strong. I think now is the time to be pushing the younger talent.
Going back a couple questions ago to the president one.
Okay.
There was talk earlier this year of The Rock.
Yeah.
And he talked about it too, potentially running for president.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Oh, he'd win in a landslide.
Yeah.
He'd probably be a right winger though. He's super rich. I don't know. I don't know either. I don't know, but he's also a Hollywood guy. So
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
I mean, like, I don't know what John Cena's politics are.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? That dude has got to be. He's so red meat, dude.
Oh, I don't know.
Big time.
I don't know.
I do. I think he's said that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And I missed that.
No, I completely am lying there.
Okay.
He did not say anything.
The only reason I said Cena earlier is because I want formal dinners Wednesday night at the White House. That's it.
I'm pretty sure they do a lot of formal dinners.
All right, fine. Daniel Bryan's better answer. I just feel bad that I didn't think of Daniel Bryan because he's more in tune with my political leanings.
You know the reason why Cena would be great? Because part of his cabinet would include John Laurinaitis.
Potentially.
Head of talent relations.
People powered.
People power. Jamie to 10. Hey guys, a broken Matt Hardy was signed to SmackDown because SmackDown seems like a more flexible, creative show. What would his initial storyline be and who would he feud with first?
Wyatt Family.
He comes in. Wyatt Family? Wyatt Family? Wyatt Family. Shit fucking sandwich. Let's see here. Eddie Men. Yeah, I like the Wyatt Family. That makes sense. Eddie Men. What 5 male and female superstars have the worst in-ring gear? What would you change them into? My opinion, Jericho should go back to pants. I agree. Jericho's so, I love Jericho, and I think part of his shtick kind of plays into the fact that he wears these trunks that are way too small for him.
Yeah.
So if it's like a pride thing, like if you want him to look cooler, then put him in pants. But I like the fact that he's got kind of old man body.
And I've gotten so used to him wearing trunks.
Yeah, it'd be weird.
Excuse me. Pizza.
Yeah.
So 5.
I don't know if we can do 5, but we can just name some of the ones that have the worst in-ring gear. Because not a lot of them have bad gear these days.
Roman Reigns needs to lose the vest.
Oh, that's probably my number one thing. That's like my number one thing.
I think all the women have pretty good gear.
Becky Lynch needs to pick something and stick with it. Because she oscillates too much. Or is it vacillates? Vacillates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roman Reigns, I think, is the most obvious answer.
Yeah, for sure.
I think.
Alex Foster. Fat bastard champ here. What WWE superstars and women's wrestlers would you like living with you under John and Nikki's roof? Oh, I like this.
So we're in the Cena house.
Yeah.
With John and Nikki.
Yeah.
And other superstars are going to join us.
Yeah. Who do we want to be there with us? I mean, would that speak to who we would get along with?
Or who would just make for the more interesting dynamic?
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, I know. For some reason, that came. Yeah, that was me.
Dean
as well.
Ambrose and Renee Young.
Oh yeah, and then we can watch them do.
Oh man.
Make lunch and dinner and stuff. That's what I'm talking. What did you think I was talking about? Sex. Sin Cara, because Sin Cara seems hilarious. He's just sitting there making fart. Sin Cara, could you stop making that? James Rodriguez, do you think the Attitude Era is overrated in terms of the in-ring performances and storyline? Is really great is it really as great as everybody makes it out to be?
There were positives and not so positive things about the Attitude Era.
Right.
I think in terms of the quality of the in-ring product, I think right now is probably the best WWE has ever been. In terms of consistently putting on really good matches every televised event.
Yeah.
Some of the storylines in the Attitude Era were interesting.
I told you about this earlier today.
Some of them were pretty lousy.
When Brian Pillman died.
Oh,
because
man.
I had not even heard about this. I never knew about this.
Yeah.
Because I started watching a little bit after Pillman died. And I've honestly, maybe it's just one of those things that just completely escaped me. People didn't talk about it really that much. Whenever you think of Vince being sort of lecherous, it's always like in reference to how he used to treat women on the show, which was many times just horrible.
Yes.
So stupid.
Yes.
And I get the character, but also I think a lot of that was Vince wanting to do that kind of. It was weird.
Yeah.
But anyways, apparently he had a live satellite feed interview with Brian Pillman's wife a day after he died, or a day after he's found dead. That's horrible. That is horrible.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff they did back then that was not good.
That's horrible. Nick Dunn.
Yeah, hey chaps, how would you book Kane's last run before he retired with the stipulation he has to hold a championship before he goes? P.S. DX versus Legacy Submissions Anywhere match breaking 2009 is so underrated.
Submissions Anywhere match. Breaking.
It must be the name of a pay-per-view back then. Breaking something.
Right? Breaking. Yeah, I don't know. No mercy.
So Kane needs one more run with a championship. The tag titles.
Okay.
I would think. Who would be? Let's take the Undertaker out of the equation.
Undertaker.
Let's take him out of the equation.
Undertaker.
Let's take him out of the equation.
No mercy.
Who would be his partner that would make sense in terms of a good final run?
Only two people ever make sense, and that's
Daniel Bryan and the Undertaker. I know.
Only two brothers of
What
destruction.
about Rob Van Dam?
One more.
They won the tag titles together.
No, nobody remembers that.
I do.
That. I don't remember that. I'm sure you're right.
I am right.
I'm just saying nobody remembers that, so nobody cares.
Okay, well, give me another idea then. Does he have the Intercontinental title? Does he have the World title?
World title?
Give me a better answer, please. What if he and Baron Corbin formed a tag team?
Oh, there you go. That's actually not a terrible answer.
There you go.
That could kind of work because they both hate people. Eric Base Hit King Blaha. Hello, friend. It was Baron Corbin. I love him and his attitude and his new shirt. I threw that part in. But what can he do about his look? What? And I'm not talking about his clothes. You think it's time for him to shave his head? No, I love the balding look. I think it's great.
Yeah, it kind of fits the whole character.
He says he lost his hair at an early age. Shaving his head was best for him. That's good. I don't like that. Well, it kind of depends on his head. If he's happy with the way, like I would look terrible with a shaved head.
I think it fits for him because he's kind of his whole character is kind of apathetic.
He would need to do like
he only cares about himself.
He would need to do like the full beard thing and not just like because he has kind of like this going, but not this.
Who, Corbin?
He doesn't have a mustache.
No.
Yeah.
Does he even have that? It's not that thick though in through here.
It's not really. No.
Okay.
So he kind of just has a neck beard.
Yeah, a little bit.
So I think for the bald thing to work, he'd have to grow that out. But I like that.
Yeah,
I think
fine.
it looks cool.
No, because it fits his character.
It does exactly. Yeah.
Big Razor Sexy. When will AJ drop the belt?
Big
WrestleMania.
Razor Sexy to Cena.
Yep.
Undisputed champion Marty, too sweet. Do you think Adam Cole, baby, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega will ever go to WWE? What brand would you put them in? How would you book their debut? Each of them, like, would you have them all separate a Bullet Club?
Well, they couldn't bring. They're not going to bring the Bullet Club to WWE.
No.
Who do you think of those three would join WWE first? Because it seems like Kenny Omega has maybe done the most in terms of building his own brand.
Well, that's the thing. Kenny Omega has a shorter window in his career left. I'm not saying he's
in his early 30s, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think with him, he has accomplished almost, as of January 4th, he will have accomplished everything he could possibly accomplish in New Japan.
Yes.
The number 2 promotion in the world.
Yes.
So, that being said, the only place for him to go from there is the WWE.
Yes.
And I think they say he already has an open invitation to go. I honestly think at that point, I know he doesn't have the fan base here necessarily that AJ did, but I think he's not bigger than Shinsuke, but he could maybe. I don't know. I don't know if he'd even go to NXT.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You know, I think he could be a straight to main guy. He's freaking Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Young Bucks, absolutely. I think that they're going to be there probably within.
Do you think this time next year Kenny Omega is either in WWE or has signed? Because that's an almost a year run with the IWGP
I would say
title
by Mania 2018.
Okay.
He'd probably be there.
Okay.
That would make sense.
So about a year and a half.
Yeah, I would say probably a year and a half. I'd say the Young Bucks have within a couple years. I think Adam Cole probably 3 or 4 years.
How old is he?
I don't know. He's
probably
younger though.
Oh, is he? I thought maybe he was in
Not
early...
young, but I think he's probably 28. I could be completely wrong about that. He is 27. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's
yeah, he's got 3 years then.
So
4 years.
4 or 5 years even. You know, he needs to bulk up a bit though.
Yeah.
He's got Christian body. He's too.
How tall is he?
Small.
Say 5'11".
5'11", and that might not even be like his shoot height. You know what I mean? He could be like 5'9". Maybe not.
Well, Daniel Bryan was 5'8".
He needs to take care of his body though. He does a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah. Isaac Morrison, in your opinion, who is the most overrated wrestler of all time?
Who's the most overrated wrestler of all time? It's kind of hard to say because, like, within wrestling circles, the ratings for wrestlers are usually pretty spot on. Like, your mainstream WWF fan, like going back 30 years, would be like, oh, Warrior was great, but he was a terrible wrestler.
Yeah. By and large, wrestling fans can seem to be decent judges of the strength and weaknesses of most wrestlers.
But then they hype up some guys too much.
Yeah.
You know? Who's the most overrated wrestler of all time? That's a difficult question to ask.
What about Randy Orton?
In my personal book, maybe, but I also see the reaction he gets.
I know.
And has always got.
And that's the only name I can really think of, but you know, as you can tell, I didn't say with much conviction.
He's been around for so long and has done so much and has always gotten really good reactions for whatever he done. And I'll be honest, as a heel, especially like at his peak, he was unparalleled.
Yeah.
The level of fucks not given by that guy in his eyes when he was a heel, he was terrifying. Yep. So in my personal book, I've never been like a big, but his peak was kind of when I wasn't really.
Yeah,
watching.
Same here.
So, most overrated wrestler of all time. Who did people really love? And it was like, he wasn't even that great. Shit, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's a good question. That's a really
like I said,
good question.
Randy Orton's the first name that popped in my head, and that's mostly because I know you're not a huge fan.
Yeah.
But even then, I was like, eh.
I mean, honestly, it's just because these days I put him on the same level as Cena, where I'm like, I feel like I've seen everything you've done.
He's an institution.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Chris Kimmel. Hey, friendo, since the stipulation for Brian Kendrick versus Kalisto is we know about that. Does it mean that Kalisto is going to win since 205 Live is going to be after SmackDown Live? We kind of talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that. We're sort of of the opinion that no, Kendrick's going to win, Raw's going to stay there, and then Live 205 Live, whatever it is going to be sort of SmackDown. Like
it's going to be the third hour of SmackDown.
It's going to be the third hour of SmackDown, but like that doesn't mean they're going to be moving to Raw.
Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine 205 Live is going to be purple.
Yeah.
So it's just going to exist as its own thing. But if you watch SmackDown, you want to watch SmackDown Live, you go check out that.
If they do that, I hope they stop changing the ropes on Raw for the Cruiserweight matches.
Yeah. I would think that might bolster them doing that, though. You know, it's like, oh, we need to make sure it's kind of like 205 Live.
Yeah. The mediocre 7 CB Skinner. Which NXT call-up would look the best wearing the Intercontinental title? He thinks Ty Dillinger.
I agree totally.
Yeah.
Ty seems like the most Intercontinental champion coming up from NXT. He's a very, very Intercontinental champion.
Yeah. Jason the Cabbie. So with Tom Phillips joining the SmackDown announced team, who do you want him to replace the most out of the current announced team?
Who do you want him to replace? Oh, are you kidding me? Otunga. That's not even a question. That's Otunga. World Wildlife Foundation champion, Adam Stroop.
Adrian
Stroop. I have a sinking feeling they're going to have Sammy win the IC title to Raw and Kalisto bring the Cruiserweights to SD Live. Not a fair trade. Thoughts? I think that you're probably wrong on that, Mr. Strupp.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
I think it's going to be the other way. I think Sammy is going to lose. I honestly think that Sammy's going to make his way to SmackDown Live without winning that IC title.
Yeah.
Because apparently winning the IC title means that he stays on Raw. So, I don't know. Somehow they're going to get
it. Yeah, if he somehow wins, he'll end up on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Daniel King, new patron from Australia. Hi.
Hi.
If you could get stuck in an elevator with 3 wrestlers from any era, who would they be?
Oh, man. Bruno Sammartino. Because it'd be good stories there.
Mm-hmm.
Bruno, Charlotte, so I can ask her questions about, because like I want stories that she can tell about Ric Flair, but not really from Flair himself.
Okay.
Because he might get crazy in an elevator.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a little weird. He's old. And Bruno, Charlotte, and because I mean that's all you do in an elevator. You're just passing time telling stories.
Yeah.
You know? And then who else would be a good storyteller?
Who's someone that we could relate to?
Sami Zayn.
Okay.
Sami Zayn have a hell of a good, lots of stories.
Yeah, he will have a lot of stories too. Robert Hay.
Hey.
After having another main event not be the main event, which pay-per-view do you think will have every match be the main event, pre-show included? WrestleMania.
In your house.
Strowman competition.
Strowman competition.
Well, it's just one match, so there you go. It would be
exactly
the main event. Kyle Young. What is the image that you would have... Oh, what is the image that you would have on your own personal ravishing Rick Rude? I think he means pants.
Pants, yeah.
Because Rick Rude had his face usually airbrushed on his pants.
Well, obviously, I'd have my face airbrushed on my pants.
I guess I would have my face on my pants, too.
I'd have your face spray painted on my butt, and then your mouth would be my butthole.
That's kind of rude.
Rick Rude.
You read the next question, then.
Okay. Cactus Con Carne. Hey, friendos. What are the chances Triple H screws over Seth Rollins in the Survivor Series match and takes his place to face Shane? Sort of a way to make the feud between Seth and Triple H better, and another twist for the Survivor Series match. I don't really see Triple H getting involved in Survivor Series.
No, because if he did, it would be to mess with Seth.
Yeah.
But that could in turn mess with Raw, which
turn,
his wife runs.
Yeah, so he'd have to come on with that. Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah.
It's like if they did that, it'd be the least logical route.
Yeah.
Joshua and Martinez, what are your thoughts about Shane being in the Survivor Series match? Will this lead to anything story-wise? I don't know. Do you think this is going to lead to Lesnar? Like, how do they connect the men's? I mean, they'll both be there.
Yeah. Lesnar's not going to get involved in that match.
I don't think he's going to get involved in that match.
No, he's absolutely not going to get involved in that match.
He's definitely not getting involved in that match.
So I don't know how it will lead to...
They'll probably have a backstage encounter of zero consequence.
Well, let's say SmackDown wins. Could they do something like this? It won't happen, but I'm just going to throw it out there.
Okay.
SmackDown wins, some stipulations in place where they can draft 2, 3, whatever competitors from Raw that aren't or weren't on the Raw Survivor Series team.
Yeah.
So they draft Sami Zayn.
Okay.
somebody else, and Brock Lesnar.
Oh, yeah.
And Brock, for whatever reason, just isn't happy about it.
Yeah, no mercy.
I guess that's the way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that. I don't think that happened.
No, I don't think it's going to happen either.
I think there'll be some like minor backstage thing that's just going to sort of keep that in people's minds.
Yeah.
That they didn't like each other and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Zach Kucharts. Hey, friendo's first-time patron, though. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And he's been a fan of our work since 10 for the win. Thank you very much. His question is, no secret that SmackDown needs mid-carders. Could Heath Slater come to fill that void once his title reign ends? Oh, I don't know how Rhino's doing today.
That's true.
Yeah, election
That's a
day
good point.
for Rhino. His
Your iPad's ringing.
All right. Sorry about that. His run as one half of the tag team champs gives him a bit of legitimacy, and his character is easy to get behind. If Rhino disappeared all of a sudden, I see Heath Slater's like. I don't know if I see him yet as like a legitimate, because the Intercontinental Championship, that scene is like it's heavy, man.
Yeah.
You know, Miz and Dolph going at it.
Yeah.
Pretty heavy scene.
Even as part of Slater and Rhino.
Yeah.
I mean, his finisher is Rhino.
Is Rhino, exactly. Like, he kind of needs Rhino.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't really see that yet.
No, I don't either. Ulysses Thigpen.
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore of in-ring performers.
Oh, good question.
His AJ Styles, Chris Benoit, Lita, Mick Foley, and Sting.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels.
Of course, yeah, absolutely. We can go current and say AJ.
Yeah.
I'd say Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Put Flair up there.
Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, yeah, he's up there.
Lita's a good answer.
Well, Lita's a very good answer.
All right, Lita.
Okay, Lita it is.
Nicholas Price. Do you think Natalya being coach for Team SmackDown will lead to her costing SmackDown the match and defecting to Raw?
What did I say?
You
I
said the Raw women were going to win, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to say possibly.
Possibly.
Stay tuned. Kevin O'Donohue, I'll admit I only started watching indie wrestling after watching the first episode of WCPW. But now I follow a number of indie promotions. My question is, with WPCPW doing a show in Orlando in April, could it attract the more casual U.S. wrestling fans to indie wrestling, or even highlight some American indie promotions that folks from my home country of Ireland wouldn't be very familiar with? That's maybe one goal. That's one possibility. Sure,
Yeah.
I could see that.
We'll be there.
We're going to be there. So if you guys are going to WCPW in Orlando, then come say hi.
Yeah, Nicholas Viola. With all of the insanity amongst the members of all the teams, is there one team, men's, women's, or tag team, Raw or SmackDown, that won't have a betrayal or someone abandoning the team? I don't...
Probably not. I see the club. Wait, hold on. SmackDown's tag division. SmackDown's tag team.
We said that the club was going to cost
Raw.
Team Raw their match.
But
So
I'm
that's
not sure
that's
Team SmackDown is going to have... Wait, is there going to be one match? Is there one team?
Oh, okay.
Is there one team?
I don't anticipate the SmackDown tag team to have any sort of betrayal or someone abandoning their team.
Because there isn't that level of hostility between
I don't believe
anybody.
so. The Usos are on the team.
Usos are on the team, but they haven't really even been on TV. So if they did, it'd be kind of weird. I think Team SmackDown is going to win. The tag team, Team Raw is going to win.
The women's,
but there's going to be all sorts of problems on both sides of those teams.
Yeah.
And on the men's, I guess who knows? Freaking Shield's involved.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens and Jericho. Yeah, it's going to be a mess.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be a lot of fun.
Andrew Wormley, do you think that slip happened with Corbin was planned? Yeah, I do, because
100%.
Kalisto started attacking him immediately.
No one threw up an X.
No one threw up an X. Yeah.
Jen Lee accepted. Does the rise of Alexa Bliss begin a conversation about the 5 horsewomen or the Magnificent 7, or do Alexa Bliss and Charlotte stand alone as the two pillars of female promo and heel wrestling excellence?
Well, mean, if you're talking about like, is the talent base expanding in terms of like who are the really good performers? But the 4 horsewomen is because they're all homies, they're all buddies.
Yes. And they were all in the same NXT class,
right?
too.
Exactly. Yeah, they all came up together. But do Alexa Bliss and Charlotte 2 pillars of female promo? No, I don't know. I mean, yeah. I mean, I could see Alexa Bliss. She's a pure heel.
Yeah.
Charlotte's pure heel.
And they're both great.
They're both great at what they do.
Yeah.
I really like that Alexa Bliss and Carmella are both pure heels. They're not dicking around.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's a great place to start because once you get more experience under your belt, you can start being a bit more experimental with your heelmanship.
And as you become better as a heel, you'll become more entertaining.
Yeah.
And people will start to appreciate your work, and that usually segues into a face turn.
Exactly.
And usually the best face turns
come from heels.
Come from
Strong
established, strong heels.
Exactly.
We have stuff to open.
We have a video.
Oh, sorry. We have a video question. I forgot.
Jason the Cabbie.
Hey there, friendos. It's Jason the Cabbie. As it looks right now, each Survivor Series team has what you could call an all-star jobber, a jobber to the stars, or whatever. So that being said, who do you think each one of those are? And from there, who's going to be the first one of them to be eliminated? Or what order do you think they're going to be eliminated in each one of those matches? Maybe first off the bat, or a little later in the match to give it a little bit more drama.
Thanks, Jason. Okay, so this is a good question because you got these. Let's just take the men for example.
Yeah.
You got these powerhouse teams.
Yes.
It's all the top of the card. Who takes the pin?
So the Raw team, men's team, we have Owens, we have Jericho,
Yeah.
we have Reigns, we have Rollins.
Jericho can eat a pin.
Yes. And we have Strowman. Strowman is not eating a pin.
Strowman's not eating a pin.
Strowman is getting counted out.
KO can take a pin.
Yeah.
He can take a pin. Roman's not getting a pin. He's not getting pinned.
Okay.
Not these days.
Yeah.
And Rollins isn't taking a pin. On the other side, AJ's... Can AJ take a pin?
Yeah.
AJ can take a pin.
Yeah, he can take a pin.
AJ can take a pin. Dean's not taking a pin.
Nope. Bray, as we have seen,
Bray loves pins.
can take a pin.
Bray's middle name is Pin.
Shane can take a pin.
Shane can take a pin.
Randy can take a pin.
Randy's not taking a pin.
You don't think so?
No, Randy's not taking a pin. Not in his current superhuman form.
It's true. I
He's
mean, he
not
could
taking a pin.
he could be there, about to be pinned,
Yeah.
teleport out. Why doesn't Bray do that when he's about to eat a pin? Just teleport out.
Because I think he likes eating pins.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
it's been
he likes
established.
eating, that's for sure.
Do you want to go through all the teams, or is that sufficient?
No, that's good. That's
Okay.
good. Because, I mean, those are like the heavy hitters. That's your main event scene. You know, it's like we love the women. We respect the women. We think they're amazing. But they can all eat pins. They've all eaten pins. Nia Jax is maybe the one person who can't eat a pin.
Maybe.
I think she can't eat a pin.
All the tag teams, though.
Oh, just pin. Crazy pin. So much pin. Everybody gets pinned at the same time. Dolph eats a pin. Sammy can hell eat a pin. That guy loves eating pins.
All day long.
Dolph can eat a pin now? I don't know. I think he's Super Intercontinental Champion. I don't think.
Well,
he
he's
can eat a
not
pin.
going to, but he
he's
can.
not gonna.
He's not going to.
I don't know that he can now.
Here, let's open stuff.
Let's open stuff. Oh man, look at these. Cool. This is all some amazing artwork from our good friendo Stephen Fenris.
Cool.
That's a condom.
Yeah.
For having sex. Oh, cool. We got a high-res version of
awesome.
Son of Power Lunch. This is going up in a spot that isn't covered by your big head. Look at that. Us in front of... Look at that. That's good.
The wall.
The wall.
In his earlier days.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Old school.
Yep.
10 for the win. Love that. Kind of in the Rick and Morty style. Our good SummerSlam one there.
Yeah.
I always love that one. That's our banner. That was our banner.
Yeah.
Our profile pic for a while. Might still be. I forget. This is
Too sweet me?
Me too sweeting you over and over trying to get the too sweet.
Yeah, me refusing.
Can I get
you.
it too sweet now?
No way.
No, not even for the too sweet. This is the P Desperados. They might be making a comeback.
Oh.
Yeah. This is me.
It's like your hands are down your pants. Or a hand is down your pants.
It's my birthday. That's for my birthday.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I like that one. Look at that guy. The Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's us on the plane.
Oh, it's our busted plane.
Yeah.
Remember? Mm-hmm. We almost died.
Yeah.
What's this one? I don't know what this one is.
Looks like New York.
Oh, is that for the Friendo meetup?
Yeah, it must be.
That's our Friendo meetup in New York. That's great. And then this right here. Oh, look at that. I got my little shirt and tie on. That's great. Dusty finish. I love this.
The logo sucks. I can fix it. What's that from?
The logo sucks. I can fix it. Probably because did we have a different? We had a different logo before. I don't know. WWE Creative needs me. Shout out to all the friendos for listening and for watching us. Look at that. That's great.
Thank you very much.
I love it. Thank you, Stefan. That's amazing. We got to find places to put all that stuff.
Yes.
All over my house. Then you can take some too for your house as well.
Hey, open me, it says.
All right.
Oh.
It says, hey, yo. Oh, cool. This is from our good friend, Toby Michaels.
Yeah.
He's in a band called
The Broken Ravens.
That's right. Hey, friendos, I finally managed to send something to you guys. Big fan of your show and really enjoy hearing your views on wrestling. Please find some Broken Ravens merch, from stickers to hoodies.
Awesome.
Some Rock and Wrestle merch, T-shirts and DVD.
Wow.
And a CD of the Broken Ravens. Steve knows the band that I front that is performing 5 shows in LA in mid-November. I've heard these guys are really good. Including supporting Michael Chiklis and Puddle of Mud.
Oh, wow.
That's rad.
That's cool.
If any friendos wish to come and see any of the shows, please direct them to facebook.com/The Broken Ravens or at the Toby Michaels on Twitter. I'll put a link in the description. And yeah, Rock and Wrestle is the Scottish indie wrestling promotion he works for. The DVD contains some names you'll be familiar with and some you should get to know. And
Drew Galloway.
He even has a brief cameo. He's taken bumps before.
Cool.
We were talking about that before.
James Storm.
He says, thank you again for keeping me entertained and going up and beyond and talking shit with me when you get the chance. Steve, hope you get the chance to talk properly with you sometime. Larson, the kilt who drinks the lilt, the beard who's kind of weird, Toby Michaels. That's fantastic.
Thank you very much.
That is awesome. Oh, Grado. This is, remember when I mentioned in Kayfabe Corner yesterday, the great Odarg?
Yeah.
Well, that's Grado's name backwards, so that's
okay.
what he went under.
So we got a bunch of Broken Ravens artwork.
Sweet. Very cool.
Oh, stickers.
Oh, cool. Put that on my laptop.
Old sheets.
I love it.
Awesome.
Very cool. Awesome friendo package.
And there's a bunch of other stuff in here.
Oh, man. Look at all this stuff. So much awesome.
Rock and Wrestle. Look at that shirt.
Oh, that's so cool. What size is it?
This is a large.
Oh, you get a large. You get 2 larges.
Cool.
What a bastard. My
There's
fat
more
ass
in
needs
here.
to lose some weight.
There's plenty in here.
I want the hoodie.
Here's an extra large Rock and Wrestle.
Dope. Awesome. Extra large hoodie.
There you go.
That's for me. Anyways,
Thank
thank
you
you
very
very
much.
much,
That's
Toby.
awesome.
You guys go do the link in the description. Check his stuff out. It's really good. And yeah, he's got 5 shows coming up in LA.
Yeah, check
I
him
know
out.
we got a lot of friendos out there in the LA area.
Yeah.
So that should be a lot of fun. And then we got one more thing. So our good friendos over at Loot Crate sent us the new WWE Crate. Now you guys can get on the action with WWE, their Loot Crate, their Slam Crate, I think it's called.
Yeah.
You guys can check that out. We're going to take a look at it. We already opened it.
Yeah, the shirt's over there. It's over there still. Right there.
Oh, there it is.
On top of the Kenny Omega shirt one.
All right. I found the Kenny Omega one.
Oh,
It's not dirty. Look, so we got this. This is cool. And it's a large, so you get it.
Okay.
Do you not want it?
No, I guess so. I mean, it's not going to fit you, is it?
If I go to the gym tonight, it might.
Okay.
Not after all that fucking pizza. Do you not want it, really?
If you don't want it, I'll take it.
It's
But if you
large.
want it,
Take it.
I already have an Enzo and Cash
I'll take
shirt.
these Sasha Banks glasses. I'm going to put these on Alabama, and then maybe I got a retweet.
We have a New Day.
I'm going to let you have this one. Austin Aries NXT card.
A double card.
A double card. This is a great little New Day thing right here.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is cool. This I kind of want because I think it's a belt buckle and that's rad.
Here's Mitch, the potted plant.
Oh, that's cool.
I wonder if it actually has. Oh yeah,
You
can actually grow something.
Oh, nice.
I don't have a green thumb. Can you grow
Oh,
plants?
it's a Dean Ambrose belt buckle. That's kind of cool. Can I what?
Can you grow stuff?
Can I grow stuff?
Like
personally?
are you good at nurturing plants so they grow? Do you have a green thumb?
No, man.
I don't either.
No. I mean, I let it rain in my backyard. What's this? Oh, this is cool. It's the world title, the original, like the
good
Attitude
one.
Yeah, the good one. That's cool. Oh man.
NXT patch.
NXT Iron On patch. We'll figure out who gets that one. And then
Reading material.
Reading material. So that's really cool. And we've got a Loot Crate thing. If you guys want a discount on your shit, go to lootcrate.com/Steven Larson. Put in the promo code FRIENDO. We get a little bit of a cut, but more importantly, you guys get a discount off it. I think this is right now. This is an every 2 months thing.
Okay.
I don't know what the price is. You can get on Loot Crate and find out at that website I told you. So that's a lot of fun. And yeah, so big ups to Loot Crate for sending us. This is really this is one I can get behind. I like their monthly one, but it's kind of hit for me personally because I'm a geek, but I'm not like that much of a geek. I don't like all geek things.
Yeah.
And so their monthly one is kind of hit or miss for me personally.
Yes.
But you know, if you guys want to check out the monthly one, we got our Loot Crate thing there.
Yes.
lootcrate.com/Steven Larson.
Yes.
Trivia time.
Oh yeah, we gotta do that.
Trivia time is always fun. We need some fun
Yes, we do.
in our life right now. I don't know if this guy. I didn't look at it. Yeah. I'll just take one.
Well, one of your cards. You gotta keep your cards that you've earned separate from.
These are all in there. I did not keep any of these separate.
All right, make sure we haven't had that one yet.
I know. Okay, yeah, no, I haven't. Nobody's had this one yet.
Okay.
Chaos card. My call out. I'm calling you out now. All right. I'm going to go. I'll read it to you first. I'm winning, aren't I? By one?
I think so. 1 or 2.
1 or 2? Okay. Which two superstars battled in the first match in WrestleMania history?
George the Animal Steel and Macho Man Randy Savage.
No, not a bad guess, though. Tito Santana and the Executioner.
Oh.
You'll like with that shit.
Who did Batista toss over the top rope to win the 2005 Royal Rumble match?
2005 Royal Rumble match. Batista. I'm going to say Rey Mysterio.
John Cena.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Which blonde bombshell accompanied Shawn Michaels to the ring at WrestleMania 11?
Pam Anderson.
The other one.
Jenny McCarthy.
Yeah, you got it.
Who was the last superstar to hold the European Championship?
Oh. Hold on. Hold on, I know this. Wait. Hold on, I know this. There's so much going through my head right now.
I know.
The last superstar to hold the European Championship was... Oh, man. I'm pretty sure it was unified with the U.S. belt. I'll say Regal.
Jeff Hardy. Brother Nero.
Okay. Would never have got that. Never have got that.
So far, no one's gotten anything right.
What WWE Hall of Famer sang his own entrance theme? Grab them cakes. That's a great entrance. That's a great...
Wasn't it Junkyard Dog?
Yes! How did you know that? Good job. You get one.
You'll get this one. When Funaki made his WWE debut, he was in a faction that went by what name?
Kaientai.
Yes, we each have one.
What color rope appears around the ring at ECW shows?
Oh, man.
I'm assuming this is later day crappy ECW.
Oh. black?
Silver. Which isn't really even a color. It's a metal.
Who was the first person inducted into Mr. McMahon's Kiss My Ass Club?
Jim Ross?
William Regal.
Fuck. Said William Regal for the wrong question. Before renaming it the Kill Switch, what did Christian call his finisher?
Oh, man.
I'm not sure I would have got. I know what it is now that I see it. I'm not sure I would have got it though. Maybe I would have.
The Christian Crusher.
The Unprettier.
Yeah.
Kind of remember that a little bit.
Because that's when the short little time that Tyler Breeze was using it, and that's what he called it.
Oh, okay.
I thought that's just what he called it because it fit his gimmick.
Yeah.
You have one more question.
Okay.
What did former superstar Simon Dean name his Segway?
He had an actual Segway?
That's what it says.
The Dean Machine.
Yep.
That was a total guess. I got 2. One more better than you. I win again. Give me a card.
Get a chaos card. Who'd you get?
Frame opponent. Use this card with a foreign object card to fool the referee into believing that your opponent cheated. Automatic win by DQ. And it's Triple H. And I believe that's Mike Chioda's bald backing of the head right there. You think that's Chioda? Who's that?
No, I don't think that's Chioda.
No, that's not Hebner.
So. Is it what's the name? Scott Armstrong?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think that's Chioda.
You know, maybe it. Yeah, you're right. That is Scott Armstrong. How did you know that's Scott Armstrong in the back of his head?
He works out.
And
I was looking at his forearms.
How is it I know I can verify that? 'Cause that's totally Scott Armstrong's back of his head. Triple H is all pissed at him. Hey, I told you to bury. Anyways. So yeah. Shit fucking sandwich. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Hey, we got through this.
Yep.
We're looking at fucking hell on earth. I'm deleting everything social media that like I'm only gonna be on wrestling shit now.
You know, there's still a chance.
If you got 2 hands, there's always a
Still
chance. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, we want to say thank you guys for watching the show. Thank you for supporting us. We really appreciate it. And no matter if the country burns to the ground, we'll still be here for you pretty much every day these days. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. Anyways, too sweet? No? Especially not today, huh? All right. Anyways, talk to you later. Bye.